Hey guys, welcome to Crick-Cast, a cricket podcast. So once again, I am Mayuk, and we are back with a post-match podcast. So an exciting game of play where all the teams were closely monitoring the performances, and in which we saw Delhi Capitals finally back to winning ways, and RCB still in a deep trouble, but they somehow managed to get into the playoffs. So joining me on this panel today is Dr. Sudarshan Ramaswamy. So hi Sudarshan. So I'll straight away go to
Hi,
you.
Mayuk.
I would straight away go to you. So once again, a poor performance from RCB rather than saying it's a great performance from Delhi Capitals, but I would rather say once again a poor performance from RCB who did not manage to capitalize from a good start actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, what you're saying is like uh, 60-70% right, but on the other hand, I also would like to give credit to the way Delhi Capitals actually conducted themselves today. Uh, but frankly speaking, uh, the the intent which was like with respect to RCB was quite lacking right from the start. In the sense, I don't know whether they were actually playing it for the net run rate, or were they too cautious about their batting innings, or like were they thinking that they just didn't want to lose it in a big way so that they'll get out of the uh, playoffs, or like get out of this championship uh, in a bad with a very bad run rate or something like. I felt that they just wanted to put up that on par score where maybe it doesn't matter who wins, and finally let both of us uh, I mean Bangalore and Delhi, like let both of them just make it to the playoffs and then see what happens. So that is what I felt like seeing, looking at the intent, what from with which they started. Like they were too slow, maybe like 60 runs in first 10 overs or something. So that was like 6 runs per over, and still they managed to get 150. That itself is a pretty good thing, which they managed in the next 10 overs. But that is what I felt like. First six overs were in the playoffs. I mean, sorry, in the power play, they should have actually had a better running run rate, and maybe and that actually crept up pressure on Virat Kohli, and he did certain silly things, and he actually got a life, but I unfortunately he had to once again concede it to the long on.
Absolutely,
So that is what I feel. Yeah.
absolutely. And one more fact is for the past two matches, RCB has been extremely reckless in shot selection. So we have seen so many times in the past two matches that a batsman will getting caught near the boundaries. So that is something which, on one side of the story, is they are not so lucky. But I will still blame on the poor shot selection, which RCB needs to figure out if they want to do something in playoffs, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But having said that, I actually feel that maybe RCB batsmen are not reading the pitch properly enough. Like even the last match when Virat Kohli was told to bat first, he was just saying like he actually wanted to bat first in that pitch, and uh, it was not so. Like pitch actually, because of dew, it was very hard to bowl in the second innings. So similarly, uh, maybe I somewhere feel it, apart from AB de Villiers, like other Indian batsmen, uh, uh, maybe because of the new ball to some extent, Devdutt Padikkal is quite okay. But apart from these two, I don't see RCB batsmen reading the pitch very well. Like whenever the opposition is trying to slow down, like they are actually bowling more slower balls and all. So they are actually not waiting for the ball and trying to guide it through the third man, or they are not actually waiting for the ball and hit it uh, oh, uh, like what ABD does. Instead, they are actually attacking the ball, and maybe they are connecting it in a different way, so that they are ending up finally getting caught in the long. So that is what I feel like. In the sense, there are other teams also where uh, the they actually are quite well. They clear the boundary pretty well. So that is what I feel like. In the last match, I thought the team chasing, the one which played with RCB, the team chasing were pretty well connecting, and that is one thing. On the other hand, RCB has uh, like more of a pace attack. Last time we had Saini, we have uh,
Mohammad Siraj,
Shiraj, yeah, and also this
Morris, Morris and Udana.
Yeah, Morris and Udana, to some extent, he might put in one or two slow deliveries, but that is what, like, because of that pace, even the slower pitches, even in the slower pitches, the ball is coming on to the bat properly, and that is helping the other teams. But on the other hand, the other teams are actually slowing it down, so that RCB actually plays I mean, RCB batsmen actually play a different, I mean, like, do not connect it properly, and they finally they are giving catches in the deep. So that is what I feel with respect to the
And
observation that you are actually
yes,
talking.
absolutely. And also, there is a saying that when get going gets tough, the tough gets going. So I think this was once
Yes.
again proved by Rahane and Shikhar Dhawan, and especially Shikhar Dhawan. Some of the most elegant shots in the game today, he just showed character in such a tricky pitch and in a tricky, which had a tricky bounce. I think Shikhar Dhawan just displayed some elegant shots all around the park, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, even Rahane, for that matter, he actually played some beautiful shots. And but it was all set up because of Gabbar.
Yeah.
He started off very well, and finally it was like in the power play, the way Shikhar Dhawan played, and it was almost impossible for RCB to get back into the game again.
True.
So they were actually, maybe finally they were actually looking for uh, the run rate itself. So that is what
Absolutely.
I feel. So
Absolutely.
fine. But in the last over, maybe they got some chance, but it was like it was too much to expect anyways. With such a low score.
Absolutely. So coming on to
Yeah.
the final part. So tomorrow's big day. I think MI and Sunrisers Hyderabad, but it is more of a KKR versus Sunrisers Hyderabad kind of thing. So
Exactly.
and the entire KKR contingent will be praying for Mumbai to win. But yeah, Hyderabad being back to form would be a tough nut to
Hmm.
crack. So a quick prediction for tomorrow's match regarding Mumbai Indians and Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Well, it actually depends on the team which with Mumbai plays with. In the sense, if they are resting some key players and with Rohit Sharma sitting back in the dugout, it might well be Sunrisers' day. So if they actually take it seriously, and they take it this as one more match which has to be won without any kind of excuses, so then probably MI will sneak through. If not, because of the do or die situation, and also Sunrisers are coming from the win last match, and getting into the playoffs. So maybe they'll be having a better fire, and everything is in their hands. So they'll not let it go so easily. So that is what I feel, in the sense. maybe if I think Mumbai is trying to rest few people for the final playoffs. So if that is the case, it could be well SRH day today tomorrow. And yeah, how about you? What do you feel?
No, I think Mumbai would not like to lose their momentum before the playoffs, right before the playoffs,
Exactly.
because that is something they won't like to have. So I don't think tomorrow would be they would be making big changes because just a few days left for the playoff, uh, they won't like their players to get out of the momentum. So that's
Well,
what
do
I
you
feel.
think Pandya would play tomorrow?
Yeah, I think Pandya would be playing because I don't think Mumbai would be fielding a second team. Yeah, but maybe one change to the max is what I feel Mumbai
Yeah.
is going to do because there is no point trying the new players now.
And exactly, and also like if you keep on experimenting, maybe you never know what you come up with directly if you play the big match.
Yes,
So
and
they
that
actually
might increase headaches of Mumbai. Too much experiment might increase headaches, so I don't think they would be trying too many permutation combinations tomorrow. So,
exactly.
so having said
Uh,
that, we'll end today's episode on
one
this note.
one
Yes, please.
uh,
Yes, please.
yeah. One more thing. Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about uh, RCB's batting lineup. See, what I actually feel like for few days, from few days is like RCB. RCB is heavily dependent on Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, and if some kind of uh, if they lose uh, stance in with respect to the openers, and finally if there is any kind of slow run rate in the within the first 3 or 4 overs, so that will actually put pressure on the batsman who is coming in the third position, so that is Virat Kohli. So and he would not be actually set, and maybe at he would also take certain time in order to set, and that actually slows down the run rate even further. And uh, considering the fact that because power they couldn't actually make good runs out of power play, they might try certain silly things after that, and it actually puts pressure on ABD coming afterwards. And the thing is, ABD does not have any kind of batsman to support him. So maybe this is one big thing which RCB has to look into. Maybe from the next
Yeah,
season, that is what I feel like. I
yeah.
want to know your take on it.
I just want to give you two examples. This is not related to RCB. The first example being Suresh Raina left out. Left out. No,
Yeah,
he left the IPL, and you see what change. What
exactly.
problems
Yeah,
Chennai faced. And second example is of
exactly.
Manish Pandey. Manish Pandey was the backbone of KKR's middle order, in
Yeah.
which KKR had also won the second IPL in the seventh edition.
Hmm.
Once he was not retained, you see
Yeah.
KKR middle order is just as fragile as ever. So if you see
Yeah.
right from the first IPL has been won by teams who has a very strong Indian batting lineup, Indian batsman, a good Indian batsman who can actually
Yeah.
quality. Well, quality doesn't always necessarily means you have to score 20, uh, a quick 40 out of 20 balls. Necessarily, you
Hmm.
also need to know what to do when it's 20 for 5. You also need to
How
act on that.
to play spin
So
and
the yeah, Sudarshan, your line is not clear. Your voice is breaking.
is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now. It's better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also the fact is this is not RCB's problem for this year. This year probably they have somebody like Padikal or somebody like Finch who had added something. But in the previous
Yeah.
editions, it was entirely dependent upon these two guys,
Virat Kohli and
Virat
AB.
Kohli and AB
Yeah.
de Villiers, and nothing much. So it's very saddening to see RCB has such a big fan base, but RCB doesn't like to, and
Pick
it's
a
not learning from their mistakes. That's my primary concern as a support.
exactly. Like if we have to be honest with our opinion, so
Yeah,
this is actually we see like this has been happening from right from the beginning, and I haven't seen like RCB was actually playing with Ross Taylor, but he didn't
yeah,
perform so much as maybe someone like Pollard or something.
yeah,
So, but after that, we don't even have anybody who comes after ABD and
yeah.
like make some kind of difference.
And
And
also the fact RCB has let a lot of players go who are immensely talented, and who, if they were in any other franchisee, those franchisee would have given them a chance. For example,
yeah,
somebody like Ishan Kishan had to. The Mumbai Indian management was not so happy with him 2 years back, but they found he was of immense talent, so they kept backing him,
they
and he is
retained.
the and he is now delivering results. But that is not the same with
Exactly.
RCB. RCB is very quick in acting. They axed Marcus Stoinis, they axed Hitmayer, they axed so many
Yeah,
players, and who are immensely talented, and they can just change the game in a span of 2-3 overs. So this is something
exactly.
RCB management needs to pay proper attention to.
Understand. Exactly. And also, you were actually giving examples where these finishers actually made a difference. I also want to give a certain positive differences, such as like which are the teams which are winning. Like if you can just see Mumbai Indians, they have Pollard, they have
Yeah,
Pandya, and similarly, if you can just see Kings 11 Punjab, they have this. Nicholas Puran, who actually like see even if Gale gets out and KL Rahul gets out, like after doing their bit, there is someone who actually picks up the momentum after 15 overs. Like even if
yeah,
they have done quite a bit, and after 15 overs, he just picks it up. Similarly, like you were actually mentioning about the person, a West Indian batsman who like uh, uh, some team with which RCB lost the last match.
yeah.
Uh,
Holder, Jason Holder.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So these are the people, and similarly, you if you can just see why CSK is losing, it's once again because of that. Somebody who comes late down in the lineup and still do those kind of big hittings, such as
Yeah,
Suresh Raina, he's missing. So that's why
yeah.
they have gone down. So that this is actually something which is lacking with RCB, and they have literally performed so bad so many years, and they haven't learned, and somehow they have
Absolutely.
got through. That is what I feel. I I don't know, uh, like logically speaking, maybe Isala Cup Namdala, but hope so.
So, so as we are running out of time, we will end today's
Yeah,
episode in this regard. Yeah, we have not one but two very dejected RCB fans here.
yeah,
So, anyways, thank you so much, Sudarshan, for joining. And
yeah. Thank you. It's my
so
pleasure.
tomorrow's match is probably the last match of the group
Yeah.
stage. So hope that will be a cracker. So good
Good.
night to you. Thank you so much.
Good night. Good night. Thank you.